Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of This Weekend. It's a brand new show where every week we talk about your favorite sports, and today we're talking about the NFL. Alright, as always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified every single time I post a new video. And with that out of the way, let's talk about my Amazon $20 gift card giveaway. Check my Instagram at WhiteLightning YouTube, or go to my personal at Matt_Smar and you'll find a way to get there. Winner will be decided at 150 subscribers, so right now we're at 100. So keep on trying to get people to subscribe. Once we get to 150, I'll pick the winner of the $20 gift card giveaway. Next is update on punishments. I lost 7 games, so got a lot this time. I don't have any water. It's getting all over my computer. Can I get some water? Oh, I can't swallow this. This is physically okay. I'm making a mess. Time out on video. That made it worse. Oh, my stomach hurts already. If that's any indication of how this is going to go, I'm not happy. I'm not excited. This day's going to suck. This show's going to suck, but whatever. Let's keep going. Into last week's insane moment. Wham, bam, thank you, Cam. Cam Newton fumbles the ball. Whenever they were in a position with a game-winning drive, they drove within the 20-yard line. My stomach already hurts just from the onion powder. They pushed the ball inside the 20, and Cam was playing well. He was doing great on the drive. He had some really good throws and some good runs, and then just fumbled it. Not prepared well enough to take the hit. New England goes on to lose 24-21 to the Bills. But just to get the sheer scope of how bad that went, we're going to roll the highlights right now. So here we go.
Take the running play. He's got
Just fumbled it. No excuses. Got to do better, Cam. With that out of the way, let's jump right into this week's headlines. At the top of the headlines is 49ers injuries. Oh my goodness. They lose George Kittle and Jimmy G possibly for the season. George Kittle most likely will be out for the season, considering theoretically he'll be back for week 17. But if the 49ers aren't in playoff contention, there's no reason for him to come back. Just give him as much time as possible to rest after he broke his foot. And Jimmy G is out indefinitely with his high ankle sprain. He re-aggravated that in last week's game. Could be out for the season as well. And this comes on top of losing so many players at running back and wide receiver. They're losing a ton of players at the skill position. They didn't start the season off with Deebo Samuel or Brandon Ayuk. They lost Raheem Mostert and Jerick McKinnon. It's just a bad year for the 49ers. And on the defensive side of the ball, they lost Nick Bosa. So a very stripped down team is happening in San Francisco. We don't know what's going to happen with that team anymore. They were a Super Bowl contending team, and with all these injuries, they've just fallen off. Next story, trade deadline. Not much happened. Not many trades. No high impact trades. No blockbuster. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened trades. So nothing really to go off of there. And last story, Dallas Cowboys. What is going on? People are wondering if the Cowboys should just try to tank this season so they can get a high draft pick. ESPN show First Take. They did a poll on Twitter, and it seemed about 80-20 on that poll for if they should tank for this season. I personally believe that they should tank. There's no way that they're going to win this season, no matter who's at quarterback. I'm really... Oh, my gosh. So far, those two have been tough. With 7, let's lighten up a little bit. It's a marathon, not a sprint. With the headlines done, let's get into fantasy predictions with Matt. Patrick Mahomes is going to have a big day. He's playing the Carolina Panthers, who have a young secondary and young defense in general. Oh gosh, I feel sick. He has a young defense. He's going against a young defense. They're going to make some mental mistakes and give Patrick Mahomes some opportunities. I think Patrick Mahomes has a big day. Pittsburgh defense will dominate. They're going against the Cowboys, and that should be enough information for you. Going against the Cowboys right now, when they're going to start either Garrett Gilbert or Cooper Rush at quarterback, I've never heard of either of them. They're not going to do good. This is also going to hit, and on top of that, this is going to hinder Amari Cooper and Ezekiel Elliott. So if you have them, be cautious on starting them, because whenever the passing game's taken out, they focus in on the run game. And Amari Cooper, he's not going to get as many catches with not Dak Prescott in the backfield. Next prediction, Christian McCaffrey will have a huge impact on how the team performs fantasy-wise in their next game. If he plays, I think Teddy Bridgewater has a better game, wherefore he has a higher score. Mike Davis will revert back to a bench running back. So if you start him, that's really risking Christian McCaffrey not playing. Mike Davis is not going to get nearly as many touches. And both Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore won't do good. So there's not enough to go around in a football game for all three of them to do good. And Christian McCaffrey is going to do good. He's averaged 22. He's had 22 points in 15 out of the last 16 games that he's played, something like that. So he's going to command the offense. He's going to demand a lot of it. So Robbie Anderson or DJ Moore, one of the other wide receivers, can do good, but not all of them can do good. If he doesn't play, all that's reversed. Let's jump right into the games. Coming in at the Thursday night game, we have the Green Bay Packers taking on the San Francisco 49ers, who have been riddled with injuries. Like I've said, most of their players are out. What's this team going to look like? We'll find out Thursday night. But Green Bay is just so dominant, in my opinion, even without Aaron Jones and even with the loss of Jamal Williams and A.J. Dillon at the running back position. Devontae Adams has been tearing it up since he's come back to the team, and Aaron Rodgers is just that guy. He'll be able to pull the team through no matter what they're doing, and I think Green Bay's defense can handle this banged-up offense enough to where Green Bay can manage a couple of bad drives or bad possessions. So I think the Green Bay Packers get the win. Give me the Packers. Next game, we have the Carolina Panthers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City's going to win. Even with or without Christian McCaffrey, Panthers aren't going to be good enough. They can't compete with the insane amount of talent that Kansas City has. So, give me the Chiefs. Next game, we have Denver Broncos taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons have been tearing it up the past couple of weeks. They beat the Panthers, which I predicted against is why one of the games I'm getting punished for, which is terrific. But the Falcons have a really good offense and a really good dynamic attack. I don't think the Broncos can keep up with it. Drew Lock has not performed and has not developed into the quarterback that they were hoping for. So I think the Atlanta Falcons get another win, improve to 3 wins on the season, and I think the Broncos lose and sadly have a worse season now. So yes, I'm going with the Falcons in this game. I'm so nervous. Can I get a trash can over here? This is the first time in the history of the show through 10 episodes where my stomach has actually hurt. And it's just 3 in. Okay, with my trash can brought in, because I don't know how we haven't thought of that yet. Let's jump into the next game. We have the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Buffalo Bills. Should be a really good game with the Bills and the Seahawks. Bills lost Bills' last 2 games. New England, they only won by 3. And the New York Jets, they only won by 8. Bills are trending down here. And the Seahawks have such a dominant offense with Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, and Tyler Lockett. If Chris Carson plays, that's a really difficult team to stop. So I'm going to have to go against my producer. I think the Seattle Seahawks get the win and beat the Buffalo Bills. I think it could be close, but I think that they'll... I saw that coming.
That was a punishment just for a bad pick.
So give me the Seahawks. I'm a little scared on what can happen now punishment-wise. Next game, we have the Chicago Bears taking on the Tennessee Titans. Bears defense is their strong suit. Would be very interesting to see what they can do against Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill. I don't think they're going to be strong enough, but it could be close. If Nick Foles plays well, this game will be close, but you never really know with the Bears offense. Him and Allen Robinson have been doing good. But I'm going to have to go with the Tennessee Titans. I think Derrick Henry is too dominant to not pick them in this game. However, like I said, it could be close, so we'll just have to wait and see. So give me the Titans. Next game, we have the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The Ravens coming off that tough loss against Pittsburgh, where Lamar Jackson threw 2 interceptions. Is that going to happen again? The Indianapolis Colts have been a really opportunistic defense. They've gotten plenty of turnovers this season. It'll be very, very interesting to see. Jonathan Taylor needs to play better to win this game, in my opinion. But the Colts have been playing a little bit more running back by committee with Nyheim Hines. So it'll just be very interesting to see. But I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens because I believe they have the better team overall. I believe they have the better quarterback compared to Lamar Jackson and Phillip Rivers. So I'm going to go with the Ravens. Give me the Ravens. Okay, next game. Woo. Next game. We have the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins needs to limit his turnovers. On the season, he has 12 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. But the story of this game, Dalvin Cook. Boy, oh boy, does that man control the game. And he is a monster. He's a force to be reckoned with. I think the Minnesota Vikings get an easy win here. Give me the Vikings. Next game, we have an NFC East divisional round between the New York Giants and the Washington football team. Giants haven't been the same without Saquon, and it could be time for the Giants to move on from Daniel Jones. It'll be very interesting to see what happens here, but I'm going to go with the Washington football team. Give me Kyle Allen and Terry McLaurin. Give me the football team. It's so funny to say. Next game, we have the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville's without Gardner Minshew this game. So that's a big deal. They shouldn't have won with Gardner Minshew. So I think this is going to be an easy win for the Texans. And they've been struggling, and they need a game like this right now. I think they have a huge game defensively, and I think that Deshaun Watson has a breakout game because he's been borderline good with losing as much talent as he did in the offseason. So give me the Texans. Next game, we have the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. Should be a high-scoring game. Both offenses are really good, and the Raiders' defense will help in making it a high-scoring game. Justin Herbert has been phenomenal in his rookie season, especially considering he hasn't started the whole season. So I think he'll have another big day. But I'm going to go with the better offense and the most weapons. I'm going to go with the LV Raiders instead of the LA Chargers. So give me the Raiders. Next game, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. No more Ben DiNucci. Ben DiNucci is benched. He's gone. Mike McCarthy has said the decision is between Garrett Gilbert or Cooper Rush. It'll be very interesting to see which one he picks. Don't know either of them, so it's a toss-up in my opinion. I have no idea who's going to start. But no matter who starts, easy win for the Steelers. Cowboys aren't the same without the all-pro offensive line and Dak. So easy win for the Steelers. Give me the Steelers. Next game, we have the Miami Dolphins taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Can two have a better game? It remains to be seen. Last game, he was 12 for 22 for 93 yards and 1 touchdown. Also had a fumble, so he needs to perform better in this game. This is by far the hardest episode of this weekend, so please hit the subscribe button. It'd be really appreciated. Join the giveaway. I'm giving away $20, so y'all can watch my lovely producer, Coach Pat, abuse the absolute crap out of me. So why don't y'all give me something in return? Hit the subscribe button. Ring the bell. Tell your friends. With that out of the way, let's go back into the Miami Dolphins and Arizona Cardinals games. Like I said, Tua needs to do better, but he's playing another good defense this week. That's not a good sign. I think with the Cardinals, they have the better offense. I don't think that the Dolphins defense will be able to perform as well as they did last week against a mobile quarterback in Kyler Murray. I think the Cardinals get the win. So give me the Cardinals. I am so sorry. Next game, we have the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa has a better team on paper. But the story to watch in this game, Tom Brady and Drew Brees. Tom Brady and Drew Brees are 1 and 2 in career NFL passing touchdowns. That's insane. Tom Brady's currently leading. They've been going back and forth the past couple of weeks. Tom Brady's currently in the lead, 561 to Drew Brees, 560. So who's going to have the most touchdown passes after this game? In my opinion, it's probably going to be Tom Brady. He has the advantage by 1 now, and I think he's going to have more by the end of this game. But if Alvin Kamara has missed practice today on Wednesday due to a foot injury, if he doesn't play, that's a huge loss for the Saints. I think the Bucs have the better defense. I think that they are going to have a great game. So give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And our last game is a fairly easy one to call. It's the New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets. I really don't want to do this anymore. Oh my god. That was chocolate syrup and something. What was that? I need a new producer. Ray's Special Sauce. Not sponsored. Screw you at Sweet Baby Ray's. Oh, let's hurry up and end the show so you don't have to do another one. New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets. Easy one to call for me. I think the Patriots get the win. Even though the Patriots are struggling, the Jets are basically trying to lose at this point. So give me the Patriots. Well, that's going to wrap up our show. I'm going to come out with a new schedule. The shows are going to come out every Wednesday and Thursday. This week, that's not going to happen because I'm recording at 6 o'clock right now on a Wednesday. So this episode's not going to come up till probably Thursday. The following weeks, I'm going to try really hard to stick to that schedule. I'll put it up right here on the screen. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see how much I get punished next week. I'll go ahead and take the last one. Oh, no. I don't even care anymore. Subscribe if you want to. If you don't, just keep watching the videos, I guess. Check out the giveaway if you want to win $20. This has been the worst episode of this weekend to date. So let's hope I do better this week so I don't get punished as much. As always, I'm your host, Matt Smar, and I'll see you next week in the NFL.